YouTube or afternoon. Back in here with Chase on this 97 Dodge Dakota. He's gonna be doing brake lines and I'm gonna be following along with him, kind of helping him figure out brake lines and stuff. So we're gonna actually make some brake lines out of this coil right here. Take you over here. We got this coil brake line stuff, and then we also have fittings, different fittings, and we're going to follow along today, and that's what we're doing. Chase has already kind of got a little bit of a start. He is taking these loose. Give you a heads up, we've already done the brakes on this, so before we did the brakes, I went and took a line wrench, and just made sure I could turn these in case they were stuck so that we wouldn't have to go back into the brakes to replace the wheel centers. So he is taking a screwdriver and bent these out so, you know, they're loose now. There's one there. There's actually one there, and he's following up, and he's this block. Yeah, that block right there. He's actually working to get these off, and then we're gonna bend some tubing. So when we get that off, we'll get that off, and then I'll go through how to bend tubing, and we'll have some fun. Hang on. All right, guys. So what we've got here is brake tubing. It was I got it off of Amazon. I think this whole kit was $25 or $26. So first thing, it's gonna come just like that. You're like, well, how am I gonna make this out of that? It's pretty soft tubing, but it's like anything metal. If you bend it back and forth several times, it gets real brittle. It starts getting brittle. So we're gonna try to make it a one-shot deal to get it straight, so we don't keep on bending it, because we gotta bend it to get it straight. And then we got to turn around and bend it, put a 90 in it, and we don't want it being real brittle. So you're going to first just kind of slowly work this stuff out a little bit and get you a piece that's straight. I'm going to slowly do it a little at a time. And I think this calls for 25 foot. This tubing is what I ordered was 25 foot, and I'm gonna straighten just a little more than I need. I'll just sit here, play with it real slow, just slowly, and just keep working yourself out. And nothing really crazy about it. Just get you a good straight line. You can buy this tubing at the parts store in straight lengths that you don't have to straighten, but it's way higher. And just once you get it about halfway good and straight, there's nothing magical about it. I did it with my hands. If you try to use tools to do it, like wrenches and stuff doing this, you'll put kinks in it and scratch it. And so there's enough there to do that. I'm gonna grab a cutter and some benders, and I'm gonna do this one fairly quick. And it doesn't have to look exactly like it, but there's certain places you gotta be here and here, and then you gotta be on your tabs, wherever the tabs were. I can't remember, there's a tab right there, and a tab right there. So those 2 points need to meet the same place. But if this is a little bit longer or a little bit shorter, most of the time it ain't gonna hurt it. It's like there's a bracket right here, so you actually have to meet to that point. So we'll get it pretty close, and I'm gonna grab the tools. I'll be right back. Here, and I'll sit up on right there, and this thing's handy. I'm just now kind of getting used to it. Okay, so we're gonna take this handy dandy item right here. We have to, you always have to remember to put your fitting. These are your fittings. There's different sizes that you won't use. I'm actually gonna take that fitting and check it over here and make sure it's the right, goes in the brake. Okay, I screwed that into the brake caliper or cylinder, and it fits good. So we're going to use the gold colored ones, like yay hey, and we'll get those out of our way. So we've got all of those to use. You put the threads facing out because you're going to screw it in, and don't mess up and put it on like that. You can't put it in anywhere. You can put it on there like that. So we're going to run that out of our way. And this is, I think, 3/16. Yeah. So it'll have 3/16 on there. Loosen it up. Loosen it up. This one, this particular crimper, this one stays on all the time. So you just do like right there and put it in there in that little 3/16 slot. And now here is what you do. You take that biggest one and stick it on there, and see how it has that dimple? That little bit has to stick up, so I'm gonna push it on there like that. And if you notice, I don't know if you see it, there's just a tiny bit sticking up. Then you're gonna hold it and clamp it down really, really good. It has these little teeth in there that kind of helps hold it too. And then we're gonna take this animal, and if you forget to put it on like I just did before, because see, it won't go on there that way, you can stick it on this way if you open it all the way up. And stick it in there like that. You're gonna get the corresponding 3/16 plug. You're gonna stick it in there like that. And you're gonna squeeze it like that. It don't take much. It just kind of gets it started flaring out. You're gonna do that, and then you're gonna go back on it again, and you're gonna flare it out. Just like it. It was really simple. Anybody can do it. And I'm gonna take it out of it. So you just basically made an end for it. Right there. And you see that end? They made just a little bit different. If you look at the two ends, they're made just a little bit different. This is okay. So, yep, slide that animal up in there, and that's what you got. Ta-da. Looks professional like.
So doing that, Barkley, that makes it where it won't, that not gonna slide off?
Actually, if it didn't, and you screwed that on there, this tubing would come out of it. That just keeps it from coming out, basically. But yeah, that's how we do that. So now, obviously, guys, you don't know how long to make it. So this is how I do it, and it's not a rocket science. It's not a perfect science. It's kind of, you can figure out what the half the radius of this is and all that yahoo stuff, and yeah, we're not gonna do that. Actually, this thing, yeah, that's right. Okay. So we need to make a bend right there. We're gonna hold it up there, and we're gonna say that bend needs to be roughly right there. If you're following along, we're gonna put that as tight as we can, And that, see how that's going to be, we're gonna actually bend it like this. So I'm just gonna take this and kinda match it like that. It looks pretty stinking close. And give it just a little, of course we can readjust it. Then I'm gonna move down here because we're gonna be going the opposite way. I'll move that over. So, ta-da, that's pretty simple. You get the gist. So this time we're gonna be, notice how I flipped it over. I'm gonna lay it right there. And we're gonna get the center. We're gonna get the center of the benders pretty close to the center right here. So that's the center. So I actually need to scoot it that way just a little bit. No, that was right the first time. Go back that away. And yep, looks pretty good. I'm gonna bend it. Notice how it's kind of just an offset deal like that. And it's a little short, and that's okay. It's just a 1/4 inch short. So if I wanted to really fix that, I open back up just a little bit, and see that's the center. I would scoot over before I got my final bend, and I'd finalize it up like it right there. So that ought to be pretty stinking close. See there? It's 1/4 inch short, but that's okay. I mean, it'll be fine. You'll see in a minute, because this can, I'll tell you what, we'll fix it, make it, I'm gonna bend it back out just a little, because you don't wanna bend that too much. It gets hard, and it don't wanna bend. So I'm gonna scoot that bend down just a little bit. See how far I scooted it down? And I'm gonna bring it on. I'm gonna do that. And then it's not really straight, so I'm gonna straighten it up. There you go. So notice how that's a double bend, but that's okay. We don't, it ain't gonna hurt. Oh man, I'm way too long now, look. So I'm gonna play with it a little more if I have to, but I'm not worried about that. I'm gonna leave that like that so you guys can see. All you're worried about is this point, and that strap was right here. Somewhere right in here, I can't remember. That's all you're worried about. This is gonna be a little bit long, that's fine. Obviously we got something we need to jump here, and man, that's a weird one. It's twisted and offset. So again, don't worry about how far you are here. Start out here, start out there. We bent it a little bit. And look, it's too long, but that's okay, we're fine. You'll see here in a minute. So we need to start out here, forget about this one, go to here. So we're gonna set this one back out of the way, roughly right there, like that. And we're gonna start right here. Okay, the center of my bend is right there, so I am going to back up just a little. Like that. Went a bit too far. We'll go to there. And okay, so this one is bent up, so I need to rotate these things. I need to rotate these in the upward position, which means I got to kind of start all over, but because this thing is going up. It's kind of going up. We're gonna hold it in there. Remember, to the end, don't pay no attention to how long it is. That's pretty close. And I'm going to give it a little offset. And then I'm gonna go down. Get it off here. Get off. Come on. There we go. Give it just a little bit of offset. And then I've got to go the other way, like this. And back to here. See, my bend was right there, and my next bend is right there. So I'm gonna back up just a little bit. And I'm gonna do the opposite of what I did before. Like that. So, I don't know if you guys can see that little bit of offset. I actually went the wrong way. I think. Yeah, I went the wrong way. Oh. It does get confusing at times. Let's see. Roll this thing over and bend it the opposite way. I already started off wrong a little bit, but it's fine. I'm gonna go a little bit offset that way. We're gonna take that offset the opposite way that I had it. Again, you don't want to bend them too much, too fast, and all that stuff. So, all right. Notice I'm pointed in the wrong direction. You can actually twist this tubing. I'm gonna get it in here, and then I'll twist it. Getting closer. Actually, I'll put it right here. I'm gonna twist it a little more. And straighten it back out a little bit. Getting closer. I actually need this to twist. So I'm gonna get back on it pretty quick and try to twist it. The tubing's pretty forgiving. There we go. This is the one I'm working on. Okay. And see, it's getting closer. Actually, I'm gonna twist some more. That's how far I need to. Just little bumps at a time. So we're getting close right there. This one was bent when we pulled it out. I'm gonna straighten it just a little bit. But yeah. Notice how I'm not exact right there. That's fine. It ain't gonna hurt anything. It's pretty close. So we gotta make a double offset right there. That's pretty tight for what we're doing. So I am gonna stretch that out. I'm gonna probably put that bend down here because this is about the closest two that we could put together because of the way the jaws are made. So I'm gonna make one there, but I'm gonna, instead of landing it here, I'm gonna land it way out here. So hold my finger right there. We are going down. So, okay, so I'm right here on this point and this point, and I gotta remember my direction. There's that. So we're gonna be going down right about there. Maybe a little closer, like there. And then I'm gonna take these. I'm gonna open them up just a little bit and roll the opposite way. And I'm gonna go down just a little bit. I'm not even gonna look. I'm not even gonna match it up because I'm gonna come way up here where I was on this one a minute ago. And I'm gonna go the opposite and make just a little offset. So that's a little offset. But you see how I landed it way down here because this bender won't make that short of a bend. So I landed it. I'm still getting shorter and shorter. Okay. And all we're trying to do is get over something on the rear end. But this is fine. And then we're gonna turn around and come out of here and go right straight up. So we're gonna go to right there. I am going to double check my length. I need to be a little bit longer because if you notice I'm short here. So I need to, that bend needs to be a little bit further that way. And we're doing a 90 with a kick. That's a 90. So, over this up there, just like that. It's starting to look like we know what we're doing. And look, I'm way too long, but that's okay. See, I bent my 90 way too long. We're gonna lose some of that back here. We'll bend this when we put it in. You'll see what I'm talking about. We'll lose some of it. So now I need a little kick right here. Up. Let's go this way. Get in there and just barely catch it right there. We're gonna do a little kick. That matches that kick. I'm gonna go to here again. I can't make them two bends that close together, but obviously there's something right here it's trying to get over. So we could literally turn here, go way out here, and then come back in. It doesn't matter the length. So, you know, don't fret because I've got this far and I'm this long. But once we put it in, we'll make these go up a little bit and we'll make it work. So I need to get a little kick right here.
So you could probably make that a U-shaped block?
Yeah, you could come out and go back down if you wanted to. So roughly in this area, there's nothing says you have to do it a certain way. It just you're going by the old one. I'll make sure I'm doing it right. Yeah, I'm going up just a little bit. I may have gone way too far right then. All right. Notice they don't line up. Don't worry about that because you can twist that around. It's fine. And then I need to get a kick right here. Come on up. There we go.
Pretty good.
Now we need a 90 down.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, so you see how I'm not really doing what it doesn't really match real good right there. We're okay with that. I just kind of took out, I had to do a little different right here because I couldn't get it all in. But as soon as I can, I need to bend and go that way. So they're not gonna be exact. They're not gonna be exact, but we'll be able to make it work. It's a little bigger than what, we're just going by guide, just kind of see it doesn't match. It's too tall and all that, but we're fine. We need another 45 back there. Ish. We're gonna offset it this way. And then I'm gonna turn around and offset it back. And I'm gonna get over here a little bit tighter. Going the wrong way. Going the wrong way. It hurt to stop for a second and rethink. And that's it needs to be twisted. I'm just gonna happen to be using these to help twist it. Think about that. And then I'm gonna take this and this. And see how far off we are right there? We're way off. But all this loop right here was to get away from a spring hanger. So I'm gonna have to straighten that out and get back over because there is one of those tabs right here. So I need to make that point, regardless of what all this does. So I'm gonna straighten that back out and make that longer so I can hit that tab. A little bit at a time, nothing drastic, just ease it in there. Okay, I straightened that back up and I'm gonna go on down the line a little bit. Actually instead of a 45, I'm gonna bend this more. I'm gonna go down here and try to get it to hit right there, and then we'll bend it different. A little bit more, and we're gonna go this direction. The wrong way. Notice my elbows are here and here is fine, and we're longer. We can't be shorter because there's a spring bracket right here. This is just a little bit longer. And then we're gonna put a 90 straight down here. Working off this corner, working off this point, and then we're gonna have to squeeze that up a little bit and do some hand straightening, kind of bring it all in line. Working off of this corner, and down here we're just a little short, but that's okay, or a little long, because we're gonna bend that up. It'll look right. So we've got her shooting down. Now we need to get somewhere right in there and turn it out. too far. Cut that off right there. Take this, put it in the little rollers right there. And what I like to do is get it to where it won't fall off, but still loose. And you can scoot it a little bit and see where you want it. I'll slide it back and forth. That. Tighten it down a little bit. Then you gotta make about 3 revolutions, it'll get loose again. Tighten it a little more. Go around. Now, you guys on YouTube see that it's not exactly the same. You get and there's some hand straightening that needs to be done. See how that's like yet? You can go in here and just lightly play with it. If you're a perfectionist, you'll be perfecting for an hour. But if you just want to get a brake line on there that looks original, kind of somewhat original, you can kind of play with it a little bit here and there. So, yep, there'll still be some more straightening when we get ready to put it on the truck, and you'll see. So back over here, Chase is gonna do the next one. So, it's gonna be fun. I'm gonna take my biggest flare hole. See, it's got a hole in it. I don't know if you could see it. I'm probably doing all this work, y'all can't see it. And put it on there and push it up flush. And then I'm gonna show you. You see how it's sticking past just a little bit? That's all you want. Tighten it down. Put your 3/16. See that? Put that in the hole. It's got that little thing right there. It's gonna be where I cut it. It don't want to go in there. So you put it in there like so. Put that little dimple in there like that. And all this does is start the flare. Give it a little bounce. Take this out. And go back in there with that wedge looking piece. Yeah, you'll feel it. It just kind of bottoms out. You don't have to crank on it or nothing. You'll just feel it stop letting you push in.
Yeah, because I did that.
Okay, so do you guys see what I just did? I made a flare and I forgot to put my end on it. I was long, so that's gonna help me. I ain't worried about it. When I was making that, I wasn't worried about it being long. It's when it's short, you gotta worry. So, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this off and I'm gonna do it again. And guess what? That's about how long we were. Too long. It just works out that way. I'm gonna put that fitting on there and do this one more time. Put it in the 3/16 slot.
Yeah, I did one like that one time. I went too far and I split the end. So I had to cut it back off.
It'll go in there. Oh, we're getting a little ahead of ourselves here. Push it out. There's just enough dimple right there sticking in that it comes out just enough. If you don't do this right here, your tubing will split on the ends, or you take a chance of splitting it. This just kind of conditions it for the actual flare. It kind of gets it going in the right direction. Didn't do what I wanted to do. It slipped or something. You see how it pushed it down in there? We got to do it again. It didn't do what I wanted to do, so we're going to scoot it out. Kind of start all over. And get it where it's supposed to be. Give it a good tightening here, good tightening there. Put that little animal in there.
See if you're doing that by yourself. That'd be time consuming.
Looks like it did it again. Let's see. We'll pull it off and see where we're at. Yep, it did it again, guys. We're gonna have to do it again. Oh, that's the reason why. And this is the reason why it keeps slipping. That the last one I did left stuff in the jaws, and it can't crimp. So I've got a little brush. I'm gonna brush them out. I won't get those jaws, those little bitty.
So can you pick them brushes up at any parts store? Or?
I got these at the Harbor.
Oh, Harbor.
They're like a couple bucks. I'm all time cleaning a transmission or motor or something, and these are just really, really cheap, and they do what I need them to do, because I'll probably throw them away, or I won't throw nothing away really. But notice how it didn't do anything. It just shoved it. I'm gonna get back here a little further away. It just shoved it through, and we've done it twice. So we're gonna do it again with cleaned jaws. And we're gonna get our biggest one, stick it on there, push it in until it bottoms out. Check our gap. Yep, there's a little sticking out. We go a little bit, get it just so. Seems to, I'm not squeezing it. I'm just making it to where it can't fall out. Probably have to open those up and change something, but I usually don't bend those till the very, very last. And our tab, I don't know if you can see this, broke off when we were taking it loose. So I have to do some funny stretching, and while it's sitting there, I'm gonna do some stretching and straightening, and then I'll get it back down here like that, and I'm gonna go in there like so. Obviously, if we were doing a show truck, we'd probably buy another one of these that the tab's not broke off, but we're not gonna go there. We're just gonna get it back together. I don't know if you could see what I'm doing there. I'll have to get that big wrench to hold this piece, and I'm just sticking it, I'm not sticking it in the hole, I'm just sticking it around it. And we're gonna tighten it down pretty good. Yeah, something like that. And I am going to stretch it a little bit and make it look something. So that's just really the gist of what we're trying to do. We're trying to, you know, and then you can play with it a little bit if you want to, but it's fine like that. So
something like you just firm them down, you don't have to, ain't no torque thing involved in it.
no, there's really not a torque. You just tighten them down to a, you know, you'll know it's tight. I'm gonna check this one.
I just like to know that for myself sometimes, 'cause
Yeah.
some things need to be torqued, some don't.
Yeah. So the next one, Chase is gonna do, we'll see how he does. We'll do fast forward through some of that. And, once he's done that, that'll be the end of the video. We just gotta keep going towards the front, just same thing over and over and over. I wonder if it'll be there on this side.